The Uttar Pradesh Legislative Assembly election followed as a result the expiration of the 5-year term of the previous legislature elected in Uttar Pradesh, India. The election to the Uttar Pradesh Legislative Assembly was held in 7 phases from February 8 through March 3, 2012. Uttar Pradesh is the world's largest population for a sub-national democracy. The incumbent Chief Minister Mayawati's Bahujan Samajwadi party, which previously won an absolute majority of seats, was defeated by Mulayam Singh Yadav's Samajwadi party, which gained an absolute majority in the election. Mulayam's son and Samajwadi party president Akhilesh Yadav was nominated as chief minister by the party. Background: Uttar Pradesh is the largest province in India in terms of population, but the 5th largest in terms of land mass after the bifurcation to create Uttarakhand. It is also considered politically important because of the number of seats it returns to the Lok Sabha and as including the constituencies of such nationally notable figures as Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Varun Gandhi and Maneka Gandhi of the Nehru Gandhi family dynasty. It was also previously the home of Prime Ministers Indira Gandhi and Atal Bihari Vajpayee. The Legislative Assembly has 403 seats, 206 of which were won by the BSP in the previous election. Schedule: The ECI announced on December 24, 2011 that the election will occur in 7 phases on 8, 11, 15, 19, 23, February 28 and March 3. The result will be announced on March 6. On January 9, the Election Commission had announced that the original date of February 4 for the first phase had been changed to March 3, while vote counting had moved from 4 to March 6 due to celebrations for Bahujan, for which an election commission official said that there were concerns people would not be able to come out to exercise their franchise. Parties: a total of 223 parties vied for the 403 seats in the Legislative Assembly. This was an increase compared to the previous election which featured 131 parties who had filed candidates. The parties represented in the previous legislature were Samajwadi Party, Bahujan Samajwadi Party, Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress, Rashtriya Lok Dal, Rashtriya Parivartan Dal, Akhil Bharatiya Loktantrik Congress, United Democratic Front, Bharatiya Jan Shakti, Jan Morcha, Rashtriya Swabhiman Party, Peace Party of India, Apna Dal, Qawmi Ekta Dal, JD-U, All India Trinamool Congress, Communist Party of India, Communist Party of India. 2010 issues: In 2010, Incorporated General Secretary Rahul Gandhi was arrested, along with, while he was staging a sit-in in Batla village in support of farmers agitating against inadequate compensation for the acquisition of their land for a highway project. Though he was released after 3 hours, Incorporated Party members in other parts of the country such as Mumbai's western suburbs of Santacruz, Malad and Borivali protested against his arrest. Amidst the event he said, "I have seen the violence unleashed on your youth and women. By seeing what has happened here, I feel ashamed to be an Indian. The state government, Sikh, is tormenting its own people." Though Incorporated Party spokesman Subodh Srivastava said that several party leaders and workers were injured in the lathicharge by police at a number of places in the state during peaceful protest and demonstration. More than 10,000 workers and leaders were arrested across the state. The UP government said that there was no impact as a result of the incorporated agitation and that only 135 people had been arrested in apprehension of breach of peace during the ensuing Shaka Jam in protest against Gandhi's arrest. Mayawati responded also to the Gandhi agitation by saying, "I would like to tell Yuvraj that whatever struggle he has to do, he should do in his home first, as the decision is in the hands of the centre. It seems that he is not being heard in his own home and he is venting his frustration by indulging in mean dramatics." The same day his mother, Sonia Gandhi, visited her national constituency of Raebareli to review the implementation of such nationally sponsored rural employment and housing schemes as the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, where she called for better implementation of the various schemes such as to ensure that 100 days of employment would be provided to a maximum number of families. Under the pretext of land acquisition, the action was read as having gathered paces after other legislative elections. The Times of India read the move as a bigger favour from jittery Chief Minister Mayawati, and that the subsequent free-for-all incorporated staging anti-Mayawati protests as well as BJP leaders trying not to be undone by also courting trouble on the basis of land-related strife everywhere, giving politicians scope for photo ops. It also said that Mayawati may have had a point in lobbying the land acquisition ball back into the centre's court, but that attempts to keeping law and order will only make her opponents look good for being martyred. While it's still questioned if the incorporated were genuinely friends of farmers, tribals, Dalits, al. Corruption issues, a Centre for Media Studies report showed that the corruption has increased in UP. The Central Bureau of Investigation said there was strong evidence against incumbent Chief Minister Mayawati in a case about disproportionate assets for a public figure. While Samajwadi Party leader Mulayam Singh Yadav also has a case pending against him in a similar case. Out of a total of 403 MLAs, 143 face criminal charges. The Chief Election Commissioner has raised concerns about the use of money in the election for some form of undue campaigning. After the EC imposed restrictions on the movement of unaccounted money, police checks across UP netted over 120 million in cash, several kilograms of silver and weapons, leading to the arrest of at least one person. The Uttar Pradesh government was also sent a notice by the national government for alleged corruption in Mrega Mayawati, however rejected the allegations as politically motivated. She has also been accused by former Minister Avdesh Verma of selling party tickets in the election for Rs 40 million. Furthermore, the BSP also expelled Bahujan Singh and Babu Singh Kushwaha, who had been removed after CBI evidence of corruption, from the party on charges of corruption. During the tenure of the incumbent CM Mayawati, opposition parties have accused her of constructing parks and statues of herself and other Dalit icons such as Ambedkar and Kanchi Ram in places such as Noida and Lucknow that cost the exchequer crores of rupees in the name of development and social upliftment for Dalits. The Uttar Pradesh government was also criticised by the Supreme Court for not halting the construction of the memorials despite an order to do so. On January 7 the Chief Election Commissioner S.Y. Qureshi ordered for the veiling of statues of all political figures except for Mohandas Gandhi, as well as veiling the BSP's symbol the elephant, in order to have a level playing field by January 11 at 17 o'clock, according to the District Magistrate of Gautam Budh Nagar, though Chief Electoral Officer Umesh Sinha said the deadline was January 15 but the government should try and do so earlier in view of the implementation of Code of Conduct. However, in Lucknow BSP activists were reported to have removed the A-veil minutes after it had been installed. The BSP called the move as completely wrong, and not justified. Qureshi dismissed criticism of the order as ill-informed, and added that he was surprised, the order has been taken as something unusual. There is a model code of conduct which says there should be a level playing field for all candidates and parties. On January 9, social activist Dheeraj Singh filed a PIL in the Allahabad High Court challenging the EC's order on the grounds that the elephants represent Ganesha and veiling them could hurt public sentiment. On January 11 the High Court dismissed the petition as withdrawn on technical grounds. Campaign. The Incorporated's Rahul Gandhi started his campaign on November 14, 2011 before the announcement of the election phases, while Mulayam Singh Yadav started his campaign on January 8 with criticism of the ruling BSP for corruption and atrocities on people. Rahul Gandhi toured one of the most impoverished area of the country on January 17, Bundelkhand in Lalitpur. He also visited Maranipur, Churgaon, Jhansi and Mahoba, where he was reportedly shown black flags over the issue of black money. He promised to bring change, while also questioning the BSP government's alleged corruption in the Mrega scheme. Prime Minister Manmohan Singh addressed a rally in Kanpur on February 17 where he alleged that the UP government is not cooperating with the national government in regards to infrastructure development despite receiving 5 times the funds demanded. He also criticized the incumbent government's alleged corruption and UP's infrastructure woes. The reason behind this bad situation is that non-Congress governments which came to power in the state in the last 22 years did not pay attention either to governance or the problems of the common man. The Congress will win UP elections. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi will ensure Congress victory in UP. We will work with greater strength for the development of UP if the Congress comes to power. There is a need to change this situation. You need a government which changes the shape of UP and focuses on development by rising above caste and religious lines. Congress led by Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi can provide such a government. The Incorporated also got the endorsement of the Jamiat Ulema Hind. After the first 3 phases of voting, the party was said to have been cautious about its expectations of winning the election. The BJP formally began its campaign on January 10, but would start hosting public meeting 10 days later. Party leaders from outside UP had been called in to campaign, though many refused to show support for candidates with corruption allegations. These included former PM Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Gujarat CM Narendra Modi, former PM candidate and Home Minister MP Lalkrishna Advani, MP Sushma Swaraj, former Law Minister MP Arun Jaitley, UP MP Murli Manohar Joshi, Madhya Pradesh CM Shivraj Singh Chauhan, Chhattisgarh CM Raman Singh, Jharkhand CM Arjun Munda, Bihar Deputy CM Sushil Modi, former Rajasthan CM Vasundhara Raje, Ananth Kumar, Ravi Shankar Prasad, Narendra Singh Tomar, Party Deputy Leader in the Lok Sabha Gopinath Nand, Party Deputy Leader in the Rajya Sabha SSA Luwalia, Party Muslim member Shahnawaz Hussain, Party Vice President Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, MP Shatran Sinha, MP Hema Malini, MP Smriti Irani, MP Navant Singh Siju, Kalraj Mishra, Vinay Kaur, Ramlal, former Foreign Minister MP Yashwant Sinha, former Madhya Pradesh CM and re-inductee into the party. Uma Bharti, UP MP Varun Gandhi, Ramapati Ramtrapathy, Kesarinath Trapathy, Ramnath Kovind, Saudan Singh and Radha Mohan Singh. On January 16, National BJP President Nitin Gaikwad released the party manifesto for the election in Lucknow. Part of its promises included creating 15 million jobs within 5 years, as well providing rice and wheat at a subsidized Rs3 and Rs2 per kilogram, respectively. It also included a promise to probe alleged cases of corruption during the tenure of the BSP government. On January 18, they opted to field Uma Bharti from the Shukari constituency in Mahoba. Incumbent CM Mayawati began her campaign on January 27 at a rally in Bija. On January 15, she released the BSP's list of candidates for all the 403 constituencies. The list included 88 candidates belonging to SCs, 113 from OBCs, 85 religious minorities and 117 upper castes, out of which 74 are Brahmins. On January 20, the Samajwadi Party released its electoral manifesto in Lucknow, which included promising reservation for the minorities, a ban on land acquisition and loans of 4% interest to small farmers. Party chief Mulayam Singh Yadav got an endorsement from the Shahi Imam of New Delhi's Jama Masjid Syed Ahmed Bukhari, who had appealed to Muslim voters to vote for the SP and alleged that the Incorporated had regressed UP's fortunes. The anti-corruption group Team Anna also decided to campaign in 4 of the 5 provinces that are holding Vidhan Sabha elections, except Manipur. However, they said that they would not do so in favor of or against any particular party. They started their campaign in Haridwar on January 21. Controversies. The Supreme Court also criticized the UP government for the Land Acquisition Act, calling it an engine of oppression for the government's low-cost acquisition without adequate redress for the villagers, who were then beaten by police. It said that the policy is anti-poor, and against the interests of the common man, while citing that after its inception in 1894 it had to be immediately amended. At the same time, Incorporated General Secretary Rahul Gandhi taught 2 villages to start an agitation march against such acquisitions. On December 22, 2011, the national government announced a 4.5% sub-quota for backward Muslims as part of an expanded definition of other backward castes in the civil service and at educational institutions, which came into effect on January 1. BJP leaders Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley strongly objected to the proposal on the grounds that it was unconstitutional with the purpose of campaigning to wooing Muslim voters in the election. On January 10, Minority Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid was sent a notice by the ECI on a complaint filed by the BJP, led by Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, after Khurshid had said that if the Incorporated was victorious in the election, it would double the quota for Muslims to 9%. He then reiterated that the comments was a promise, not an allurement. The following day the ECI decided to put on hold the sub-quota for minorities till the election ends, as it was in violation of the Model Code of Conduct. The ECI replaced the UPDGP Brijlal and Home Secretary Fatih Bajwa on January 8 after complaints from other parties that they were partisan on the issue of covering the statues. On January 22, the ECI decided to ban exit polls from January 28 to March 3. Opinion polls were also banned 48 hours prior to the voting of each phase in the electronic media, however there was no such restriction on the print media. Individual candidates after being fired from the BSP for corruption, Babu Singh Kushwaha, Badshah Singh and Udesh Verma joined the BJP. Kushwaha has wanted to join the Incorporated but was blocked by Rahul Gandhi, who criticised the BJP for giving them tickets. Additionally, Dadan Mishra also resigned from the BSP after being denied a ticket to run in the election and consequently joined the BJP. Opinion polls. All opinion polls indicated an hung assembly. Election. Almost all the exit polls pointed to a hung assembly, with the SP outperforming its rivals while the BSP lost a large share of the seats it previously held. The Incorporated and the BJP also were expected to perform better than the previous election but significantly short of a simple majority mark. Result. The BSP's CM Mayawati's cabinet approving the dissolution of the Vidhan Sabha Assembly on the night of March 4 and sent the recommendation to the governor for consent. Mulayam Singh Yadav's son and UP president of the Samajwadi party Akhilesh Yadav was nominated as chief minister by the party. References